So just finished the Egg Zero kit, and I know I upload my videos at different times, but I want to do something just fun and simple, and I've been looking at this one quite a bit for the past like 3 weeks, and I'm thinking, oh, I should build this one. Nah, I'm going to leave it. I should build this one. I'm going to leave it. It's a Galantian, I don't even know, battle cruiser, destroyer, space battleship. I'm not exactly sure, but it's a Kukulkan class ship, if that helps. The Galantians made a small appearance in the 2199 series. They make a bigger appearance in the movie. I believe they're heavily involved. So you get to see these ships more in the movie, which is pretty cool. But I don't know. I was really determined by the 1000 scale ships, but these little mecha ships have really been getting to me as far as how much fun they are to build. And plus, I really like just having the Yamato on my desk. So I'm kind of thinking the same thing with these little guys. They're just really fun, simple builds, and they have a lot of really good detail, and they're just really nice. So this is number 7, and in the bottom here we have the instructions, and they're quite simple. It's a snap kit, and most of the parts here are pre-painted, or pre-colored, not pre-painted. So here we have part of the top hull, here the stand, and again, really nice little detail in here. And here we have the engines, parts of the bridge. This is more part of the deck, and these are the sides. This is the bow, and yeah, here's kind of the triangular lower hull. It has these cool guns to it, and I remember watching these in the show, and I thought they were pretty awesome. They're these round wheels, but they have all these little dots on them, and so each time it fires, it turns. So it's pretty cool, especially when you see it in the show. And then here's the upper half of the lower hull in nice green plastic. So everyone keeps recommending cockpit green for the color to paint this thing, so I've got a bottle of it. I'm going to use that, and yeah, I'm just going to have fun building something a little small and a little different that I can just take and pick up and put down really quick. Don't have to sit around forever. I don't know why, but right now I'm really not in the mood for building anything big, and you know, even big would to me right now consists of a simple 72nd scale kit. You know, I don't know. I just don't have any interest in that right now. So I'm gonna go and get started with this build. Alright, so the fuselage, fuselage hull halves fit together like this. Very nice. Now, I don't know if I'm actually pronouncing this name right for this group, the Gatlantians or Galantians. So, sorry to those of you who know better than I. I always try and be as articulate as I can when it comes to names. But this was kind of one I'm like, okay, I don't really know how to do this one. So here's the bridge. Looks pretty good. Everything fits together, you know, so nice. You know, I've done a couple snap kits in the day where they just didn't quite, you know, fit properly. So what's nice about this kit for me that I can easily do is I would like to just kind of paint the whole thing, but I can paint the green and the white separately, which is pretty sweet. So I don't have to, you know, worry about taping this model up, which is kind of a rare thing. You know, usually you have to at least do some taping, but they've got this down pretty good, Bandai. You know, they know how to engineer a simple snap kit you know, compared to what we have for, you know, a snap kit. Like I look at the Polar Lights DeLorean that I did a little while ago, and as for that being a snap kit, man, it's got some shabby moments to it. It's not bad. It's not perfect either. You know, that one needs some extra attention. But these Bandai kits, man, they're like, why don't we just make them snap kits so everyone can build them? Which is good and bad for me personally, because I like that they have it for everyone to build who wants to build. But then, you know, other modelers, you know, because especially in North America, we know what snap kits are like, so we don't want them. So I'm gonna go and finish taking out these parts here and be back, I think. Yeah. So honestly, basically all I've done is taken off the parts, cut them out, sanded them down, and I'm almost done. I didn't realize quite how quick a build this is. Cause yeah, seriously, I'm close to being done. Actually, I'm gonna pull this apart like that, and then put the glue in. There we go. Much better. Probably need to sand that down just a little bit there, but it's a pretty good fit. Okay. Oh, yeah, and I got one of the turrets here that needs to go on. I gotta line it up. Like, I really wish someone here, like in the European market or the, you know, North American market, would kind of wise up to these things. You know, Revel kind of did. But what I mean is like simple snap kits that are good that anyone can build, like these, but that are not so expensive. You know, like the DeLorean is a $30 snap kit. It's kind of like it's a bit overpricey for me. You know, for the snap kit. These are what, like $3, $4, $5? Oh man, look at that. Looks great. Looks like wings kind of, or these arms attaching on it there. I really love this extra thin cement. When I first saw it in my hobby store, I thought it was the stupidest thing ever. And even my hobby store owner there, he thought it was kind of ridiculous too. And then I found out, I can't remember how I found out, like I actually saw someone using it, I think. And when I saw that, I went, oh my god, that is the greatest stuff I've ever seen. I need it now. I think like the next day I went out and bought it. And I showed it to I actually let my dad try the Tamiya glue because he uses testers, which is good, but I really like Tamiya because it's a lot stronger. And I feel like I have more control. And I showed him the extra thin stuff, and he was blown away by it too, which was pretty cool. So, here's the engines. That's about it. Not really much to it. So then this whole section will fit on top of here. And, oh, okay, that's how that fits. I see. I was wondering about that. There's a gap in the back of the ship here. Right here behind the bridge. And so I was wondering what that was. That's this thing. Alright, let's see how that fits. Okay. Pretty cool. Look at that. Isn't that a great looking ship? Okay, that fits. Everything just fits so nice. It's just, it's so wonderful. I don't need filler. I don't need any of that crap. It just fits. Anyways, I'm gonna go clean these parts here, and then I'm gonna, yeah, I'll be back and glue it together. I think I forgot to mention that the model does not have any decals, or in this case, Bandai stickers for these little mecha kits. They include stickers. For their bigger kits, they include decals. But yeah, nothing of that sort in this one. See, don't have any kind of identification markings. And alright, spin this around without getting glue on your fingers. See if there's any other pegs. Yeah, there's quite a few. There, there, there. Oh, that's a lot of glue. Whoops. That might be a sinkhole. Fingers crossed it doesn't happen. There we go. Yeah, I just heard that. Yuck. Looks like an A-wing right now. Like it totally looks like an A-wing with the two little guns sticking out at the sides. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, I'm not gonna glue this to the fuselage or to the upper hull. Fuselage, man. Maybe I should be building a plane. Yeah, because. Now let me just see how they have them angled. I guess one is always pointing directly forward, so. Where's my angle? Underneath all my other stuff. Okay. Yeah, that one's good. A little bit to left. There we go. So let's glue these down real quick. But yeah, I want to get more of these mecha ships, and I can get them through my comic book store. So I was really excited, and I bought a new Yamato kit, and it comes with 4 ships in it, and I wanted 2 of the ships, and my brother wanted the other 2. So we went half on it, and thought it would be, they said on their website, like this is what my comic book store told me, is they buy stuff through this one website, and I can go on the website, order whatever I want, I'll get free shipping, and they'll give it to me at the American price. So the American price was $35, and when I got there, they ordered it in, went over there, had to pay $54 for this silly thing. So I'm not impressed, and so I don't know what to do. I'm gonna actually just order from like Hobby Link Japan. Their shipping's not bad if I buy in bulk, but that's what I have to do, because I don't know where the heck they get their prices from. They charge that much for it. Okay, so here it is. Pretty sweet. Looks good, fits good. The other thing I have to fix is this little bit here on the tip where the plastic meets. That just needs to be flattened. That's going to be super easy to do. And yeah, let me just put this on the stand here. Oh, look at that. That is really cool. So, next step is, of course, to paint it. I can just take it all apart like that, and I'm good to go. So I've got work to do, but I will be back painting this thing pretty soon. Alright, and everything's sanded down, ready to go. So I've got my parts here. I went and looked up the show, and these are only in one episode. I haven't seen the movie yet. As far as I know, they haven't released an English sub version yet. It's supposedly coming. But basically, whatever's on the box art, you know how you kind of just see it like this? That's more or less basically how you see them for the entire thing. They're only in there for like 2 minutes. So you actually do see it from the front, which wasn't helped because I wanted to know what the back looked like. There's these kind of vents in here, and this vent right here. And I looked them up online, and basically these are all. This whole section is green, but I think I'm gonna hand paint this a metallic gray later, just for some different color. So the first thing I'm going to do with these pieces, I actually glued this down temporarily. I can pull it off later. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these three colors. I'm going to spray the whole thing black. This will act like a primer. You're asking, why don't I just use primer? Well, I don't want to go and have to deal with lacquer fumes right now. So I'll just use that right now. And I saw another modeler who did that. He has a video up here. I can't remember his name, but he painted his whole thing black, and then he kind of highlighted parts of it. I'm not going to do that like he did. He did an amazing job. I just want to paint it all white and then paint in all the areas. And I'm going to paint this black as well. So then the next color I'm going to use is flat white. That's XF2. And of course, I mentioned before, cockpit green, XF71. So when that's all done and these are all painted, the last thing I'm going to do is a clear coat of Future, mainly because I'm trying it. I've never clear coated Future on there. I want to see what it'll be like, because like I said, I've never airbrushed it on a plastic model. I've done it on something else that was years and years ago, and I don't remember what it was like. So it is about 10 to 11 right now. I'm going to see how long it takes me to paint all these little pieces here. So let's start airbrushing. Alright, so it only took me half an hour about, maybe a little longer, to airbrush all this, and so you saw last thing I did was a coat of Future. Looks pretty good, quite happy with this. The white took a little while longer to layer on, and that's because I thinned it down a little too much, so it's quite a thick layer in the end. And the green looks pretty good. It's kind of funny though, is it looks like I haven't done anything. This is like exactly the way it was when I started, so hopefully by tomorrow these will be as dry as I want them to be, and I'll be able to go ahead and put them together. Actually, I think I'm not going to put them together. I think I'm going to, leave them separate, and then I'm going to add the panel line wash on them, and paint up a couple of the areas, and then I'll give it a flat coat. So pretty quick project. I've done all this in one day, so it's not a lot to do on it, but it's definitely a really fun little project. So it began one of my favorite parts of modeling, and that is applying pin washes. So I've done that here to this guy, and I'll clean this all up here tonight, like the genius that I am. And I use genius in quotations. I busted off this guy right here, managed to scratch the paint right there, because I put it on top of each other, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna see what it looks like, and I couldn't get them off because that little layer of paint is like super thick. So I'm not impressed with myself, but I shouldn't be surprised. Anyways, here's the engines in the back, and it's just simple cleanup. The other thing too, I painted these here. I'm not sure what color exactly you're supposed to use, but they're kind of this, it's kind of this orangey brown color. So I decided to use metallic brown, X34, because it's a really nice color, and the end result is terrific. I'm really happy with that. It's not exactly like how it's supposed to be on the box, but I'm really happy with how it turns out anyways. I think it looks pretty good. And when these are done here, I'm going to clean them up tonight and then give them a layer of Future, and then I'll be able to put the halves together and give it a clear coat. That is a flat clear coat. Oh, I scratched it up there too. Man, can't believe I did that. So yeah, this stuff's so much fun to do. You just paint it all on here. So this is going to take me quite a while, to do it all, but it's nice to have the box because they have this, it's basically a hand-drawn picture here, so I can see everything that needs to be painted in except for, the bottom. And I doubt I'll ever find a picture of it. So I might not, like they in their 1000 scale kits, they and their 72nd scale, I should also add, they include these nice pictures of the ship from all angles and stuff like that. But they haven't made this one in 72nd or 1000 scale. At least not yet. It sounds like they're doing all of these ones right now. They just did, I don't have it on this one. They just did the carrier in 1000 scale. They just released that one. It looks pretty cool. I doubt I'm gonna get it, but if I found it in the store, I would probably get it. But it's not really high on my list. Oh, I forgot to paint that. So yeah, this is just gonna be boring for everybody else watching, except for me, because this is so much fun to do. So I'm just gonna quit, and I'll be back when I clean this all up.